If you're watching this video, you've probably already gone down the rabbit hole of setups and probably wondered to yourself, how can I do this? And that's exactly what we'll go through today. This video is a step-by-step guide on how you can achieve your dream setup, make it clean, and also upgradable in the future, because we all know nothing's ever final in a desk setup. To make this video super informative, I've split it up into different sections depending on where you might already be in your own desk setup journey. Plus, I've included a bonus tip, so make sure you watch till the end. And if you're curious about what I'm using in my setup, be sure to check the link in the description. It'll take you to my setup on Amazon, in which any purchase you make, I will receive a small kickback, which helps me invest in more content to help you guys achieve your dream setups. So, much love. A setup is a big investment, and you should treat it like one. That's why before you start buying accessories or even designing, you need to hammer out what I call the 3 foundational points. So whether it's on paper or on your phone, be sure to note these points down. Key point number 1, define the purpose of your setup. Include anything you plan on doing in the space. Could be work from home, create a business, make content, self-improvement, play games, anything and everything you're going to use this space for. Key point number 2, identify your constraints, both physical and financial. How much space do you have to work with? What's your budget looking like? And key point number 3, your non-negotiables. What are things that you must have in your setup in order to accomplish its purpose, aka your key point number 1. This is where you can start to list off the things that you're going to buy. Common things that fall into this category include your physical desk, monitors, keyboard, and mouse. Once this list is done, make sure you subtract its total cost from your budget, because what's left over is what we're going to use for... Yes, design is super important as it'll dictate the vibe and the feel of your setup. Are you going for something minimal, maximal, cozy, RGB? At this point in your setup journey, it's a good idea to start to figure out what accessories are going to start to play a key point in the aesthetics of your setup. Based off of whatever's left in your budget, start adding accessories to your list of things to buy. But also make sure to leave some room for some cable management accessories. Loose cables can create a ton of clutter, which is very non-conducive to productivity. Now, I know, it's super tempting to just take your list and go on a shopping spree. But before we do that, there is one more step that we need to do. Model your setup. Oftentimes in projects like these, the result is a little bit different from what we envisioned in the first place, but we can actually close this gap by creating models. There's a lot of free and easy to use modeling softwares out there. Me personally, I used Tinkercad, which only took me a day to figure out. But even a hand-drawn sketch of your setup is better than nothing. Once you've modeled your setup and have a good vision of what it's gonna look like, now you can go shopping. I found that breaking down the building process into this formula makes it the easiest. Assemble the desk, mount the monitors, add your PC or laptop, add required peripherals, connect and manage cables, and finally, add accessories. Following these steps enables a hassle-free build experience, but also provides enough flexibility to where if you mess up, you don't have to take apart too much of the work that you've already done. And with that, congratulations, you now have your dream setup. And since you guys watched to the end, here's my bonus tip. Get extra long cables. My rule of thumb is to get cables that are 1.5 times the length of my tabletop. And the reason for this is because if your cable is too short, it's significantly harder to work around than if you had extra long cables. If you have a surplus of cable length, simply tie it up in a twist tie and you can store it in something like a cable raceway. If you enjoyed the setup building guide, please give a like and subscribe. And if you got any questions or just need help with your own setup, feel free to send them in the comments, as I am more than happy to engage with you and help you achieve your dream setup. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.